Ladies and gentlemen, the first contest this afternoon is an international middleweight contest over 6 5-minute rounds, 2 falls, 1 fall, 1 submission or 1 knockout to decide the winner. Between and introducing on my right and in the red corner, from Fareham in Hampshire, Paul BRITTON. And his opponent on my left and in the blue corner, from Cyprus, the middleweight champion of the Middle East, Tony COSTAS. And ladies and gentlemen, your referee for this contest, Peter Zakash.
Gentlemen, on 140 side of right, and check that you
Second away, round 1.
Hello again, Grapple fans. Good afternoon to you. And here at the Centre Halls in Woking, we welcome you to another professional wrestling session. And we start with a very special contest here this afternoon, an international middleweight contest between Tony COSTAS, the lightweight champion of Cyprus, and now the middleweight champion of the Middle East. At 11 stone 13, he's gone just up a couple of pounds too high for the lightweight, for the welterweight now. Paul BRITTON, his opponent from Portsmouth, at 12-7, well into the middleweight class. And although he's got well over half stone weight advantage, he hasn't got the experience, BRITTON, for a man like this, a man from Nicosia who really is a class wrestler. I'm sure you'll probably seen in the past, but you'll see here this afternoon if you haven't spotted him before. Peter Zakash, the referee, former from Budapest, former Hungarian, now naturalized British. And easily identifiable, the multicolored, split-colored trunks there of Tony COSTAS, and the curious wrestling garb of his opponent. The first time we've seen him on the small screen, Paul BRITTON, of course. And he's going to walk straight into a full Boston Crab as early as round 1 if he's not careful. Side headlock now too. COSTAS over the top for a further shoulder press, but neatly out by BRITTON. Saved that shoulder press then in the last second. The crowd here in Woking really waiting to see what the first bout's all about before they join in at all. No shouting, no applause so far. I imagine that they're probably waiting just to see which is going to be their favorite here. It's always difficult for a brand new man on television, of course, his first appearance, especially taking on a man of such experience as Tony COSTAS. Tries the full Nelson. Follows it up nicely. Tries a further shoulder press now. The same move that was tried on him earlier. At least he's had a count of 1 on the Middle East champion. Cross buttock. Nicely up. Oh, yes. went against the whip and could be sorry for it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Reached for there, that front head chancery. A couple of minutes left in this first round of 6. 1 fall, remember, decides this contest. He's got the double wrist lock on neatly there, Paul BRITTON. It's not going to get him any... Oh, he's reaching for the double arm nicely. Over the top of the shoulder press. Now he's got his man back to canvas, which I was just going to say he wouldn't do. Very neat indeed. He operated that beautifully. But he stepped a little bit too close to the leg chop.
4, 5.
Head scissors. Turn into it nicely, BRITTON. Nicely on the feet. Full weight on the knees. Beautifully. Oh, he may not be experienced. He's only been a pro for a couple of years and part-time at that, but still he's showing up pretty well in his first televised bout. Less than a minute to go.
Yes.
His left hand, a reverse double knee hold, which is far too far. Miles too far over. Feet, no pressure on the shoulder blades at all. Half a minute. He's locked that foot off fairly well, but not too accurately. Well, there's just 5 seconds to go. Go over to the experience first in the blue corner. Tony COSTAS from Nicosia, Cyprus, 11 stone 13, lightweight champion of Cyprus, and his time over there. Then he came over here, and of course he returned to the Middle East to get the championship belt in the weight above. First time we saw him was in the early 70s. He's been a pro since about that time. Judo black belt, this man, second dan.
Seconds away, round 2.
Round 2. Now let's see what Paul Britton can do in his second round of this 6-round contest. Remember, 1 fall decides it against the experience of Tony COSTAS from Cyprus. Paul Britton from Portsmouth at 12-7. He's got a weight advantage, and he's been a part-time professional since 1981. He's a building surveyor, that's his job, apart from the wrestling side. I'm sure a lot of fans will remember the great heavyweight John Kowalski. He brought Paul into the wrestling business, along with the well-known referee Peter Jay. The moment he's holding his own, but of course it's a 1-fall contest. It's a bit tough for him to come in against a man of this class on his first televised bout. But at last the crowd here are starting to appreciate at least some of the sporting moves, even if not some of the skillful ones so far. Peter Zakash, the referee, nothing to worry about tall so far. COSTAS turning him back to canvas nicely, but just managed to roll out. Into the backhammer. Yes, well, half Nelson. Turn again from the half Nelson. Nicely. Now, the first possibility that COSTAS has had of being a pinfall chance in this round. But it's an arm lock only that he's holding. Trying to get a cross buttock there, but COSTAS shows him how he should have done it in the first place. Nice agility. Reverse double knee hold, and again that head comes a little too near the knees. Yes, he walked into trouble there, Paul. And there again, and it's a double leg Nelson, and looks like COSTAS. Yes, it's got it as early as round 2. In just 2.5 minutes of round 2, COSTAS gets the 1 fall required. Unlucky for Paul Britton on his first televised appearance, but I'm sure we'll see more of him in the near future. Peter Bates, RMC.
Ladies and gentlemen, in round 2, by the only fall required, the winner, Tony COSTAS.
And he's back with us again for an excellent heavyweight bout, international heavyweight, very soon.
And your appreciation, please, for Paul Britton.